A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Welcome all, this is Blaezer RTW. You can see we are doing a, well, you probably can't see, but it's a team battle, a 3v3, low money, looks like it's about 5,000 denarii to me. I'm just going to keep it running as we do this. We'll have a look. The first member of our team is Dimsy67. He was in one of the FFAs a couple of games ago, but he quit before the action started. So I don't know how good he is. His army, for low money, looks pretty okay. Pharaoh Guards, Axeman, and some Bowmen. He's quite far away. These guys are all running over towards us. Now let's have a quick look at the team that we've got over here. So we decided to set up this side of the rock so that we don't get flanked that easy. The other team member is Flackus, who's the SBQR. He's got a couple of urbans. One of them's got one upgrade on, and then he's got 6 upgrades on some Praetorian Cavasiv General. I've gone slightly different to that. I think I've got 1 unit of Triarii, an early legionary cohort, which is quite odd for me. Oh, they're all early, and they're all sort of early units. So I decided to go for the more numerous one. I probably looked at the size of their armies and thought we could do, instead of having like just 4 infantry that's just going to get surrounded, we got a few numbers. So these guys are all going to come straight for us. Let's check these guys out. This is Chevy. He's still playing quite a lot. Loves no rules team games and FFAs. He's a pretty good lad. He hasn't got any upgrades. He's gone for numerous pikemen. Are they all? No, they're all militia hoplites. They're not going to last very long. Second player is Spatio or Spatio. Not sure how that's pronounced. He's the Brutii. He's actually got 3 units of cavalry, they're equities, and he's got some Principes and a couple of archers. And then the last team member is Jumania, who I'm going to call Whoop or Weep Azure. What's that he's got there? Chosen archers, chosen axemen, spears, and a barbarian noble cow. So they look like they're going to come and try and take us out. Egypt, I must admit, is he in a rush? Oh yeah, he is rushing. Yeah, he's actually coming over. So this is probably working quite nicely for us. As long as we can stay where we are, this guy is going. His archers are going to absolutely destroy anything that they face from behind. So I guess the name of this battle is, can 2 hold out against 3 long enough? So we should just be able to see Egypt creep into the screen when he does, and we can keep an eye on everyone else here. Everybody's rushed in, but I don't think they know what they're doing. There's no real game plan. You can see me and Flackus have lined up our infantry. The Triarii are just in behind my things here, so I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I've left my guy a bit in the shitter. I'm pretty sure I was thinking, let's get up on top of the hill, swing around the top of these Macedonians, and then just come in from the top while he defends my left flank. Obviously he didn't come, which meant that the Brutii has now come in, so I'm going to bring my infantry back down. Egypt, I don't know if they're firing yet, but they're definitely creeping. But you can see Germania is acting now as a deterrent to Egypt coming in the back of them. Yeah, so he looks like he's stopped now. Then, they're not moving. I don't know if he's actually firing or not. It looks like they're just in range. What's the numbers on these? Yeah, look at that. Yeah. So these guys, they don't. Someone's put out the thing saying Egypt's behind us. So what turned from them into a 3-on-2 has now turned into an envelopment to them, and they can't really get out because of that rock. They could really try going up the hill if they were that way inclined, but from the look of it, the communication or they're not on the same wavelength as it were now. But Brutii is going to make a go of it. I think he fancies his chances against Flackus. Germania is going to come in, and I think Chevy's just going to try and pin me down with Macedon. Did I put any? I got a couple of upgrades. I would have thought I'll go pretty much straight through that infantry, but you never know. So I've got a unit of Triarii to help out Flaccus over here. I'm going to send them over to deter against the Brutii General. Probably going to help this SBQR as well against the Chosen Axeman. All my infantry here is tied up, so the only unit I've got free is my General.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear
Which was that?
in our enemy's hearts.
Was that? I think that was the Germania General's just been taken out. He's my Triarii won't last that long, I don't think. I pulled my. I should have come round with. It looks like I am going to come up and round with my General now. Egypt's still just whittling down these guys. No, I didn't seem to have taken too many out for that. Maybe he's going for the cab and things. I don't know. I wasn't keeping a lot on it. Yeah. So that basically, I don't know what. Yeah. So Flaccus has done well there. He's just tied. Stopped him getting that charge. Macedon's starting to rout. Brutii General's gone. Macedon started to rout. That's bad times. He's brought his general in, which is probably good just for the morale thing, but I can see a lot of white flags and they're near enough all the enemies routing. Egypt's finally decided to put a bit of pressure on, but by this time, he's done enough. He's done what he needed to do. He's done it efficiently. He's not used any troops. He's taken out probably quite a few. We'll have a look at his kill count because his would have all been. I mean, he's got a couple of routers running into him, but that's when you're playing team games, especially when there's 3 of you and above. You do need, I call him like a reserve member, a guy who's gonna not play the quarterback role, but just not be, he's going to let things play out and then he's going to plug holes and do this, that and the other, rather than be the sort of orchestrator of doom for the opponents. He's going to just shore things up, and if things would have gone Pete Tong for us here, which they still possibly could, no, I think that was probably their chance. But even if things would have gone awry for us round here, because he's been efficient and hasn't rushed things in, he's got a full army to deal with any stragglers that are left. Brutii General's gone. Germania General's gone a long time ago. Well, not gone, but he's been killed. His actual unit's all right. Okay, so who's left? So Macedon. Yeah, he's not going to win. What have I got left? 13, 9, 10, 23. So we've got about 30 plus all that infantry, pikes, and all those archers, and that cab. And the enemy has, what, 3, 4 horses left? 4 horses left, so I think he's just going for the glory charge now, which is what I like to do sometimes. If I'm really down to the bare bones, I don't like to admit to defeat sometimes. I just like to send them in one last glory charge just to make them die in battle like they would have probably done in the old days, you know what I mean, rather than admit defeat. There he goes. I think that's it, is it? Oh, sorry, we've got this one unit here. I'm not going to bother forwarding it because they're going to rout almost instantly and it's almost time. So yeah, that was a different team battle. I think I've done a 2v2 before. So this is my first 3v3, low money as well. Yeah, I mean we done pretty well. Enemy helped us a little bit where they didn't really push at the beginning. They sort of didn't know what they were going to do once they got to us. Really what they should have done, I guess, is kind of pinned the infantry down as quick as possible and then sent everything else up around the sides and up onto the top of the hill and then just charged everything into the back of either of us, and that would have probably done it. They probably could have tied down Flaccus's cav, but he used that cav well, and obviously they had to deal with Egypt, but I think what they're thinking was they didn't have the numbers to deal with Egypt as such, so they were going to try and take us out. Who knows, but yeah, I got the most kills, so I'm quite happy. So although Egypt didn't really do a lot, I think at the time we were kind of like, you just sort of sat there going, why aren't you helping us? But you can see, he took out 150, which was effectively Germania's army, if you want to look at it that way. So yeah, happy days. Good game to everyone, enjoyable game. Right, later on.